Scientists just solved Stonehenge hedge mystery with GPR scans. Ground-penetrating radar just uncovered Stonehenge's hidden secrets, revealing a 5,000-year-old mystery buried beneath the stones. For centuries, Stonehenge puzzled historians. Now GPR scans reveal buried structures, acoustic engineering, and astronomical secrets beyond imagination. And here's where it gets even stranger. Stonehenge has always been a riddle wrapped in stone. For thousands of years, people have stood under those massive slabs, staring at the horizon, wondering what purpose this place actually served. Was it a sacred healing site? A spot for human sacrifice? Or just a gathering place for Bronze Age rituals? The truth is, no one really knew. Imagine Bronze Age people here, dragging stones bigger than anything you'd expect with no metal tools, no written language, and no wheels. They somehow made this landscape matter, and even today, the mystery keeps pulling people in. English Heritage has tried to modernize the visitor experience with new centers and exhibitions, so people can get a sense of the scale before setting foot on the actual site. Still, nothing prepares you for the feeling when you're standing in front of those stones, realizing this was built by hands and minds 5,000 years ago. And the best part? No digging, no destruction. The protected landscape stays intact while scientists essentially X-ray the past. Think about it. 5,000-year-old mysteries finally visible without moving a single stone. Every pulse returns an image, and each image tells a story that historians and archaeologists have been chasing for centuries. It's like the Earth itself is whispering, finally revealing what humans couldn't see for thousands of years.
Unknown civilization living right here of Bronze Age people.
But wait, it's about to get way more shocking. The GPR scans didn't just confirm what we already suspected, they blew the roof off the entire story. Buried beneath Stonehenge, scientists found 20 enormous shafts, each carved into solid bedrock. Imagine that. 30 feet wide, 15 feet deep, perfectly spaced, forming a massive circle that stretches for over a mile. And here's the kicker. This was 5,000 years ago. No metal tools, no written language, no wheels. The level of precision is so insane that even modern surveyors with GPS and laser measurements would struggle to replicate it. Every shaft lines up mathematically, almost as if the builders had access to knowledge we thought only existed in the modern world. Professor Vincent Gaffin and his team were stunned. One by one, they checked every measurement, hoping it was a mistake. It wasn't. The shafts weren't random. They were deliberate, precise, engineered with a purpose. For centuries, historians assumed Stonehenge was impressive, but primitive. This discovery completely rewrites that story. Whoever designed this had advanced knowledge far beyond what we ever imagined Neolithic societies were capable of. Just try to picture it. 20 gigantic pits, perfectly arranged, invisible for thousands of years, sitting right under the stones everyone thought they understood. And the implications? Mind-blowing. This isn't just a monument. It's a testament to skill, planning, and mathematical genius that predates anything we gave these people credit for.
Now to an incredible find overseas, an elaborate series of stone monuments believed to have been hidden for thousands of years, not far from the famous site of Stonehenge.
And it didn't stop there. The massive shafts were just the opening act. Part of the multi-year Stonehenge Hidden Landscapes project, these scans revealed at least 17 previously unknown structures scattered around the monument. We're talking massive timber posts set in concentric circles, ancient pits arranged in geometric patterns that match celestial events, and processional pathways carefully carved to guide movement towards Stonehenge itself. The more researchers looked, the clearer it became. The stones you see on the surface are only a fraction of the real design. This was a landscape planned across miles, an entire ceremonial stage where every pit, post, and path had a purpose. These pathways weren't random. They channeled movement almost like a giant prehistoric traffic system, directing attention and energy toward the sacred center. What blows your mind is how intentional it all was. Every pattern, every post, every shaft wasn't just construction. It was storytelling, ritual, and science all in one. The visible circle of stones, that was the tip of the iceberg. The Hidden Landscapes Project exposed the bigger picture, a vast, sophisticated ceremonial landscape designed with purpose, precision, and understanding of both earth and sky. And here's the part that really messes with your head. For decades, visitors to Stonehenge reported strange vibrations, an energy that seemed to pulse beneath their feet, a low hum they couldn't explain. Most chalked it up to imagination or the power of suggestion. But the GPR findings gave researchers a reason to look closer. Enter Trevor Cox and his team. They built a 1:2 scale model of Stonehenge, 3D printed with millimeter accuracy, and put it inside a perfectly controlled acoustic chamber. What they found was unreal. Inside the circle, voices became richer, fuller, almost divine, as if every word carried weight. Musical instruments didn't just play, they resonated, wrapped around the listener from every direction. Step outside and it vanished completely. The echo-free precision inside wasn't accidental. Stones were placed to disrupt reflections, eliminating sharp echoes. And the Welsh bluestones? Strike them, and they ring. HardSign shows that this setup produces infrasound, vibrations too low to hear, but impossible not to feel. Awe, fear, disorientation, it's all triggered automatically. What's terrifying and brilliant at the same time is this. The builders might have deliberately engineered Stonehenge to manipulate human emotion. Standing inside wasn't just impressive, it was overwhelming, primal, unforgettable. They weren't just shaping stone, they were shaping your experience, your feelings, your mind. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more impossible, the stones themselves tell a story of ingenuity and planning beyond belief. High-precision mass spectrometry revealed that some stones were 450 million to 2 billion years old, and each had a specific origin. Blue stones came from the Pelly Hills in Wales. Massive sandstone slabs were quarried from Scotland's Arcadian Basin. And the sarsen stones? Pulled from the Marlborough Downs. Moving any one of these across ancient Britain would be a feat. Moving all of them? Mind-blowing. Here's the kicker. Neolithic people had no metal, no wheels, no modern tools. To get these stones hundreds of miles, they used maritime routes, navigating treacherous coastlines, rivers, and tides, showing a mastery of currents, celestial navigation, and boat building that rivals much later civilizations. And now, the sky itself was part of the plan. Everyone knows Stonehenge marks the summer solstice, but that was just the surface. GPR scans and astronomical modeling revealed additional, precise, celestial alignments hidden in the layout. Some stones line up with lunar standstills, rare events on an 18.6-year cycle. Others encode star maps from 5,000 years ago, preserving the night sky for future generations. This wasn't guesswork. Multi-generational observation and record-keeping were needed to get it right. Stonehenge wasn't just a calendar for planting crops. It was a sophisticated astronomical instrument, a monument built with a deep understanding of the cosmos far beyond anything previously credited to Neolithic society. Here's where history flips. The sheer scale of Stonehenge required thousands of workers coordinated across multiple generations, but not by voluntary collaboration. Evidence shows no permanent settlements nearby, meaning labor was directed, fed, housed, and managed by a central authority. This wasn't romanticized tribal teamwork. This was centralized control. An elite ruling class with specialized knowledge dictated every move, from where stones went to how rituals unfolded. Workers executed plans they couldn't fully understand, leaving when their job was done. The monument wasn't just about stones. It was a masterclass in social organization, requiring leadership, planning, and obedience over centuries. And it gets darker. Stonehenge may have been designed to reinforce hierarchy and control. The combination of stones, acoustic effects, and celestial alignments wasn't just ceremonial. It created an environment that manipulated emotion. Infrasound vibrations and amplified voices induced awe, fear, even primal disorientation, making ordinary people feel small, insignificant, and submissive. Inside the circle, rulers wouldn't just lead, they would seem divine, their words and presence amplified by physics. In this light, Stonehenge wasn't only a sacred site. It was potentially a psychological control instrument, a tool for the elite to maintain authority through sheer sensory and emotional impact. Here's the full picture. Stonehenge was far more than a stone circle. It was a multi-layered, intentionally engineered site combining acoustic mastery, astronomical precision, massive stone transport, centralized societal control, and hidden underground structures. Every stone, every vibration, every alignment was calculated with purpose. The monument reflects a civilization that understood stone, sound, stars, and human psychology, integrating them into a single awe-inspiring experience. Centuries of planning, observation, and coordination went into making Stonehenge more than a building. It was a statement of power, knowledge, and control, a legacy preserved in stone and sound, waiting 5,000 years for technology to finally reveal the full scope of its brilliance.
One of the mysteries of Britain's ancient Stonehenge.
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 Stonehenge. Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. Myth and legend have always surrounded its origins. It's been called both a healing site and a place of human sacrifice.
The experts were floored. Gaffney admitted the discovery filled him with both awe and unease. Neolithic people were far more advanced than anyone assumed. Clark, Ixer, and Bevans confirmed through geological and chemical evidence that stones were precisely sourced and transported via maritime routes, a feat previously thought impossible. Chadburn's celestial alignment studies overturned centuries of assumptions about Neolithic observational skills. Collectively, the team realized Stonehenge wasn't just a monument. It was a deliberate, sophisticated, multi-generational achievement that continues to challenge modern understanding. Even with all this, questions remain. Why did the builders encode knowledge meant for future civilizations? What messages or warnings are preserved in the stones, sound, and sky? And how much more remains hidden beneath the landscape, waiting for technology to reveal secrets that have been buried for millennia? Stonehenge is far more than a circle of stones. Buried shafts, precise celestial alignments, acoustic mastery, and transported monoliths reveal an advanced, organized society. Its secrets remind us that human ingenuity is older and more sophisticated than we ever imagined, still waiting to be uncovered.